Let's go for Undercity Sewers, looking for Dark Ritual. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think we just make them have it. Let's go Bob's your uncle here. All right, everybody, welcome back. It is the Semiotician, and tonight we have a bit of a celebration video. I have secured one more year of funding via another postdoc, so I've got my my beer here. I say cheers to another year, and I will also say that this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beer glass is the closest we're coming to TMNT tonight. The closest will be approximating turtle power. I'm playing a list that I saw Wakame play, who, as you know, we've played many of Wakame's lists on the channel before. This list is really similar to the list that I played at Eternal Weekend 2 years ago, in that it has 4 copies of Street Wraith and 2 copies of Edge of Autumn. I mean, I'm quite used to playing with the 6 cycler version many years ago, but I haven't honestly played with 6 cyclers in a while. And so I thought when I saw Wakame's list, I think Wumbowizard, someone else who's been playing a list very similar to this recently, when I saw their results, I was like, you know, I think it's time to give the 6 cycler version of Doomsday a try. I like this version that Wakame's got together here. I would like to play something like Barragoyf in the sideboard. I think I'm just going to run it as is here. I'm a little worried about there only being one Thassa's Oracle, but, you know, let's give it a shot, right? Let's live dangerously and try to win quickly. Okay, so this hand, we've got a Force of Will, we've got a Personal Tutor, which pitches to Force of Will. We've already got Doomsday and a Cycler. We have Consider. We're basically just looking for more mana here. I think I'm going to keep this hand. I think I'm just going to play Polluted Delta and pass. I don't think there's any need to just cycle Street Wraith on one here. We can set up like an Undercity Sewers into cycle on Street Wraith. This version also plays 17 lands, so that's helpful too. Let's see what the number 1 Skeptic has for us. Looks like it's a Mars Flats. This could be, I was going to say it could be Energy, but it looks like it's some sort of blue-black list. Leading on a Brainstorm on 1 is kind of interesting. Maybe they're playing around a potential Bowmasters out of us. Maybe they're a Doomsday deck. They have Lotus Petal and Dark Ritual, and they're just looking for one piece to send. Who knows? Could be Storm too, I suppose. It appears it is some kind of Storm deck. Mox Opal, Lotus Petal, and pass. Okay. Well, I've got double Force of Will, so I think I'm just going to surveil an end step here, and we'll see how to proceed from there. Land is exactly the sort of thing that we're looking for, so we'll keep that on top. I'm going to grab land, and I'm just going to pass again. If there's any reason to consider here. If we draw another land, we can send Doomsday next turn, which is pretty awesome. Otherwise, we can consider. Here's a gamble. I think I'm going to let the gamble go. I wonder what they're going for here. I could counter that because the Runehorn Hellkite is obviously very good at beating Doomsday. There's Echo of Aeon straight to the bin. So let's see if they want to send. Ooh, okay. Looks like they could have maybe a Veil of Summer here. A Silence. Well, we'll Force of Will to silence pitching Personal Tutor. And then we might actually have to Force of Will again here on the Echo of Aeons. I think I will do that. Ooh, there's Dark Ritual. Yep, so they're going for the full send here. We're going to show them the second Force of Will. Pitch Consider. And now they're fetching. I'm not missing something here, right? They're just getting a Undercity Sewers or something. They're trying to blind surveil another Echo here. This is smart. If they hit that, that's wild. They do not. Okay, thankfully. But now we don't have much left. We really need a mana source here. Brainstorm. I could cycle this Street Wraith, see what that turns up, and then Brainstorm after. I kind of don't mind doing that. Oh, it does just turn up a Doomsday, a land. So I think now we just go Doomsday. Our opponent's got like 1 shot off the top of their deck. Doomsday's going to put us to 6 here. Man, we've taken a lot of damage. I guess the double force into Street Wraith. So let's go Edge of Autumn. Edge of Autumn. If they find Wheel, we're kind of just cooked. Beseech the Mirror cooks us as well. I guess a Force of Will and a Daze in the pile too. Okay, we'll go Daze on the bottom with Force on top. Oracle Edge, and we'll pass. We just got to fade one draw step. That could be risky. They have Silence. They can kind of potentially screw with us as well here. So that's actually funny. I think that means I actually need to brainstorm rather than use the second. Yeah. Okay. They're just scooping it up. That's good. We like to see that. And what do we want against Storm? There's Consigned to Memories, Force of Negations. I think the Epic Storm might be on more silences than Veil of Summers, which makes our discard spells slightly better now. I don't know that Shieldred the Apocalypse is that good, but I could see just slamming a Shieldred being kind of interesting. And then I guess you could even board in these Leyline of the Voids. Although Boomerang Basics is a magic card that probably just punishes that choice. Let's determine what we can cut here. I think we can cut Cavern of Souls pretty comfortably. I think we can trim a couple of Lotus Petals. I think we can trim maybe both of the Edge of Autumns, and honestly, 2 of the Street Wraiths as well. And then from there, we could just cut these Personal Tutors. And then we would need to cut like 2 more cards in order to try to squeeze in the Leylines. Man, Leyline can be good. Like, I don't know that we need all these, like, Street Wraith. Like, Jace Wielder of Mysteries is kind of cool. The Dazes on the draw can be a little sus against Storm, perhaps. So I could draw up Daze and Consider. We don't need to empty our pile. We can just use a Ponder pile. I'm going to go like this. We're going to try out the Leylines. It might catch them off guard, force them to stumble a little bit, but we shall see. And even then, like, Consigned to Memory is not that strong against them either. I think I will keep this hand. Got a Flurry of Discard, which can be good. We'll see how we can go from there. Oh, sorry. I got an email. Congratulations on the position. Hell yeah. All right, Elegant Parlor go. We don't mind seeing that. Well, maybe they don't pass, but they do. They do. So we're going to get to fire a Thoughtseize here or a Duress. Probably doesn't matter. I'll go for the Thoughtseize though. Okay. I think I just take Lion's Eye Diamond here. I think that's fine. Get that into the bin. I mean, leaving them with Gamble, Burning Wish Chrome Mox is probably fine. They're going to have to like gamble for LED, then Burning Wish for a wheel. Okay, they're just casting Burning Wish. Let's see what they're going for here. Burning Wish for Thoughtseize. Okay. Fine by me, I think. Just drawing the Natty Delta is pretty awesome here. I'm going to hit them with a Duress. I think I'm going to take Thoughtseize here. Just no information. And then they've got 4 cards in their hand. I could ponder here, but I think I'm just going to pass. I'm not sure that I can sign a Burning Wish or not, or a Chrome Mox here or not. I might even brainstorm an end step trying to find a way to just get her done with this Doomsday. Let's see how they want to proceed here. So there's the Scalding Tarn. Looks like they're just passing. In which case, I'm just going to surveil here. Let's go for Undercity Sewers. Looking for Dark Ritual. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think we just make them have it. Let's go Bob's Your Uncle here. Okay, we'll go Thassa's Oracle, Lion's Eye Diamond, Ponder. Thassa's Oracle, Lion's Eye Diamond, Ponder, Street Wraith. Street Wraith? That is how this works. Okay, we'll go Thassa's Oracle on the bottom, Street Wraith on top. Followed by those, we'll cast a Brainstorm. Uh, Chase with Ponder on top. Lion's Eye Diamond, hold control, cycle Street Wraith, crack for triple blue. If they have silence, they might actually be able to get us here. But uh, yeah, they would have to have drawn exactly silence. We know the other 3 cards in their hand, so I'm willing to take that risk. Easy 2-0 against Storm. Let's go on to the next one here. All right. Round 2 opponent has arrived. Let's see what we're up against. Let's see what our hand serves us up. It appears that we are on the draw for round number 2 here. No lands, and I don't know what it would take some of these other cards to be for me to keep one Street Wraith YOLO into land. So we're going to a mulligan. This hand's kind of gassy. So this hand draws a blue card, ideally, and then it goes personal tutor, kill on turn 2. Hopefully ideally with force of will backup. Let's bottom a land, and let's draw a blue card and have our opponent not cast Chalice in the Void, for example. Okay, Thundering Falls. This could be some form of sneak and show. It does appear to be some form of sneak and show. Okay, now we really want that blue card. Bottoming stock up is crazy. We did find it. Okay, let's go put our cards on the table. Let's go tutor it up. Kai Sawatarix is your personal tutor. And let's get Doomsday to be sure. Let's ship her back, and let's see if we can't put him in the dirt next turn. I'm in a reckless mood tonight, you know? I'm in a reckless mood. All right. This looks like show and tell. Let's force of will. They've got force back. I guess I can't quite kill, can I? Can't quite kill next turn. So we'll put this land in. There's Emrakul. Yeah, so I'm 1 mana short of killing. I have 1 card in hand short of killing. But I had to play this Delta as well. Do they pitch Omniscience? They pitch Stock Up. So I'm going to take a beating here. I mean, yeah, we're just dead. We need an extra card in hand to present the win here, or a deep analysis in our deck, but we have neither of those things. Opponent was on the play, opponent was a turn faster. It's worth noting that we have the win locked up there if we did mull to 6, because we would have the extra card in our hand. C'est la vie. Let's board in, I think, some Eldrazi's and some Shieldreds. Let's hit a Jace and a couple of Fawns, perhaps. We're going to board very similarly to how we boarded against Storm. I don't think we need the consigns, though. So we'll go Lotus Petals. We'll go Edge of Autumns. Cut Zip Personnel 2 tears. And, well, we can actually keep, I think, a couple of personal tutors. We can cut down on all these cyclers. Sort by mana value. And yeah, Daze isn't necessarily that good either, but it can be decent at clipping stock ups and whatnot. We are on the play too. Okay, we've got Thoughtseize, Brainstorm, Daze, Ponder. I'll fire a Thoughtseize on 1 here. Bloody Strand. Thought your seize your thoughts. A sneak attack, stock up, Atraxa. Let's take stock up, I think, first and foremost. They do have this sneak attack, but maybe we can clip it with a Daze. We're going to have to find some answer to this sneak attack, but stock up is crippling, so I think we take that first. We've just got Misty Rainforest, probably setting up for a Surveil. We just draw Doomsday. It's always healthy and happy. I'm going to cast Brainstorm here, actually. Those are good Magic cards. Let's put Island back, and I could put Doomsday back, but I kind of don't mind keeping Doomsday. I think I might actually put Island Days back. And then I'm going to Underground Sea. I'm going to Duress. Take Sneak Attack. Oh, they have Veil. I guess if they have Veil, keeping Days is a good idea. It looks like they top decked Veil. That's a good one. I'm not going to counter back. I think I'd rather just counter the sneak attack at that point, maybe. Scalding Tarn is in. Another Ponder. Let's Ponder. Okay, I'm going to keep the land here. And then I think I'm actually going to surveil and ponder. Force of will. Now I think I'm not going to ponder. I'm just going to pass, actually. Leave it on top and pass. And then we can Doomsday with double force back up next turn, ideally. There's the surveil we mentioned. They kept the card on top of their library, too. Ancient Tomb. Lotus Petal. Now the question is just going to be, are they going to have force to back this up too? Force of negation, pitch, force of will. Okay, that happened. Good. Good, good, good. We're going to draw force of will now. And then we're going to jam Doomsday. Doomsday's in. I've got force of will in hand. I think I just want to go for a quick cycle to Thassa. And then I can have like Jace for an absolute bind. So go Jace on the bottom, Cavern of Souls on top. I'll go Thassa, Street Wraith. Pass at 7. And see what our opponent can come up with here. Okay, so Volk is in. Let's cycle Wraith, cast Oracle. And we got there. Okay, there we go. I think we just run it back. Days on the draw be a little annoying. I don't really think that any, like, I don't want to cut it for any other cards. I'm just going to run it back. Veil of Summer, annoying. This hand, unfortunately, is going to be a mulligan. This one is not that exciting. It's really not that exciting at all, but I think I'm going to keep it. Opponent's on a mull to 6-2. Let's see if they mull to 5. Okay, I'll keep 2. I'll put Undercity Sewers on the bottom. See what we draw for our first turn. Tropical Island. That screams Veil of Summer, right? Okay, drawing Force is actually sick. I'm just going to personal tutor for Doomsday now. Drawing Force of Will is pretty sick. Okay, we'll grab Doomsday. Pass the turn. We've got Force of Will here. Ancient Tomb Lotus Petal would be like really good. Okay, so opponent must have a deeply interactive hand here. What does that mean for us? Does it mean I'm supposed to send to Doomsday or not? They have Force of Will plus Veil. That's like really bad for me. I could ponder. I don't know. Let's send here. Let's see what they want to do. Force pitch attracts. So this is going to be Veil of Summer, I'm sure. Okay, we're just in there with swimwear. Fascinating. Underground Sea. Thassa's Oracle. Oh, this is kind of like a tough spot to try to win from. We could take Duress. We could take Cavern Jace. Oracle. Land. Duress, perhaps? Underground Sea. Duress. Oracle. I don't know if this is the right hand. If they had Veil, they would have Veiled, though, in response to my Force of Will to protect their own. So I don't think they have Veil as of right now. But, like, what else do they have then, right? I don't think I can just send Thassa here, so I'm going to pass yet again. Now if they like show and tell, I can put Oracle in and then double fetch. So they can't really show and tell at this point, which is one of the reasons why I put the Oracle on top. We're going to see how well protected my opponent is. Okay, they're going to Force of Will, pitch stock up. We'll pass. Maybe I was supposed to sneak a Cavern in this pile too. It's possible this was a little on the risky side. But now they've got islands. If they have like double consign, I'm cooked. I don't think we're going to win this one, unfortunately. Duress you? I guess we are going to win this one. Let's take show and tell. Let's fetch. And there you have it. Okay, we are 2-0 with 6 Cycler Doomsday. Let's move on to round number 3 here. I smell an opponent for round number 3 here. We're on the play. I think I'll keep this one. This hand seems all right. It's like, I mean, we're not going to go like putting Doomsday on top of our deck willy-nilly on one, I don't think. I think we're just going to ponder, in fact. I think we're going to any order shuffle those as much as I don't like, yeah, I'd rather have a land, I think, than a bunch more Fours of Wills. Maybe I'll live to regret that, but I think advancing our mana is where we want to be here. We got Force Pitch Force or like Force Pitch Tutor, Force Pitch Consider, depending on what our opponent's up to here. We're off to the races. Verdant Catacombs. Forest, Sylvan Safekeeper. I think that skipper's fine. What does this mean? Is this a Cradle control? I feel like we're going to have to worry about cards like Endurance, potentially cards like Wasteland, which is a little annoying. Like going to Personal Tutor, putting a Doomsday on top of our deck, and then getting Wastelanded is kind of annoying. Let's consider here, I think. I kind of want to get my next land drop lined up, if I can. And then I'll Personal Tutor. I think that counts. Let's go get the Doomsday. Let's pass the turn. See what they've got here. It's Verdant Catacombs. I'll daze anything that I can daze here. Yeah. Yeah, let's just daze that white. Daze the white. Daze the white. Daze anything that moves. We'll take one. We'll send Dark Ritual Doomsday. We'll pass with Fours of Will backup. I'll go Dark Ritual. We'll go Doomsday. Then how to not die to Endurance. Well, we've got Force of Will to check the Endurance, I think. So we need Thassa's Oracle. We're going to go to 9. We might want an extra land in case we get Wastelanded. But they didn't Wasteland us the past 2 turns. I might just disrespect Wasteland as a possibility here. They would need to draw a natural Wasteland. And in fact, I can abandon Force of Will and win with this Lion's Eye Diamond in the event that I do get Wastelanded. So I think I'm just going to go like this. Oracle on the bottom, followed by Edge, Wraith, Wraith. And we'll just pass. I guess Orcish Bowmasters can get us here too. Orcish Bowmasters exactly gets us. So they need like Endurance plus Bowmasters, or Endurance plus Wasteland, or double Endurance. So they could like pitch cast Endurance, play Endurance. Yeah, White to the Reliquary is totally fine. Now I think Endurance is all that they can have, and they need 2 Endurances, which I believe to be unlikely. Let's cycle a Wraith. Let's go blue, cycle an Edge. Just a clean old 4-cycler pile. Cycle an Edge, play an Oracle, force your Endurance. Nope, no Endurance. Okay, we got there. Nice. Clean little turn 4 win off the Doomsday. And now Cradle Control. What is Cradle Control playing these days, and how do we want to fight against it? We don't actually have a lot. I think we want Force of Negations against Cradle Control. It counters Green Sun, Zenith, Thoughtseize, Natural Order if they try to go for a quick win. And then Jace can help us in the Endurance Wars. I don't know if we want something like Spectral Restitching. I suppose I can board in one Consign, potentially beat Endurance as well. I don't believe I'm to need Cavern of Souls. I believe that maybe a couple of Dazes aren't like super necessary here, especially when we're on the draw. I guess I could cut one cycler, but having a bunch of cyclers I actually don't mind. Yeah, we for sure don't want these three. Kind of Thoughtseize, but that's kind of helpful at beating Endurance. I'm going to say that Daze isn't that good against the multiple Mana Dork deck. I could cut Daze for the second Consign if I wanted, but having one is fine, I think, for pile purposes, like potential pile purposes. Basic Island kind of screwing us here. I don't know if I can keep this hand. It's got the Thoughtseize in hand, the Thoughtseize Oracle in hand as well. I think I'll give it a shot, though. Having Force is pretty nice. Personal Tutor does get Doomsday. It's just this Basic Island is a sore for us. Once Upon a Time. I think that one's fine. I want to go forcing once, willy-nilly. Once Upon a Time. Misty Rainforest into Misty. Fetch Misty. Bayou. Ignoble. Yup. What do we get? We need something juicy. Am I to go personal tooting right now? It's so hard to say. I could just like pass, surveil. I think I'm just going to pass and surveil. Just develop our mana a little bit. Maybe I was supposed to deploy this petal. I'm not sure. I'm just going to let this Thoughtseize fly. Taking Personal Tutor, which is a route to Doomsday, very well. They're hoping that that's going to allow them to carve a path to reduce our life total to 0 before we can reassemble a line to Doomsday. We're kind of like pretty far from Doomsday anyways with this Basic Island, so I'm fine with that exchange, I think. Or at least I'm not like heartbroken about it. Let's see what else they've got for us. A white. This represents a pretty quick clock. Am I to Force of Will here? Let's go for Undercity Sewers in response, see what we're drawing. It's an Edge of Autumn, which I'll promptly put to the graveyard. And then I think I am going to force this. I think I'm going to force pitch Force. Just keep them from assembling too aggressive of a clock. Draw for turn. It's a land. I'm going to play Consider now. I'm going to bin Lotus Petal. I'll draw Consign. Consign's not super helpful. I'll conceal some information of what we've got in our hand. Consign does beat the Endurance. White to the Reliquary again. Yes. I think we're going to get beaten down here. And Stitcher Supplier. Okay. Man, Disruptor Flute, Underground Mortuary. Is this like a Hogak deck, or do they just play Stitcher Supplier now? I really don't know. A bunch of really annoying cards just hit the bin, though. There's Hogak. Huh. Okay, so they're on like a completely different deck than I kind of thought they were. Yeah. So we need something very strong. That does not count. 12, 13. I guess I get like one more draw. Does Hogak have Trample? It does. I guess I can play out this Oracle at this point. We can put Ponder, I guess, on top of our deck. We can soak some damage. And then maybe it couldn't have been Ponder. It probably had to be Brainstorm into some combination of skippers. Disruptor Flute. I mean, we'll counter that. Consign to memory your Disruptor Flute. Okay, we're coming in for an attack here. I'm going to block the white. Oh, they're phasing out? I guess they're going for a phase. Take 9. I mean, this doesn't really change the clock at all. And we had to fetch away the card that we left on top. Looks like they've got multiple copies of Disruptor Flute, which is kind of annoying. Like at least 2. They've got Witherbloom commands. Cycle Edge. Brainstorm. Let's hit it. There's Doomsday, but it's just a little too late. Oh no. Alright. Do I want Leyline of the Void against this deck? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Do I want a Spectral Restitching? I'm also on the play. Would I like some more dazes on the play? Wouldn't mind having an extra daze on the play, I think. But yeah, I'm just going to play 1 Consign. It's unclear. They probably will have Endurances in their deck too. But yeah. Having more dazes back in, I think, feels pretty good on the play. Hopefully we can get a more streamlined hand. That last one was just a little too slow. Disruptor Flute, rather annoying too, I'm not going to lie. We'll play first. This hand's not keepable. We'll mulligan. This hand's so trash. Oh man, this hand's so bad. I'm going to mull. I'm going to 5. I'm looking for something with some gas. We'll keep. Let's bottom that. I could bottom Brainstorm. Oh, I have to. Yeah, I'm going to actually bottom Ponder. I'm going to keep Brainstorm because I can use this Brainstorm to protect Doomsday from a Thoughtseize. And then I'll have to find some way to beat like Disruptor Flute plus Witherbloom command, which is actually going to be no easy feat. So yeah, let's Brainstorm in response to Thoughtseize. Force of Will with Doomsday on top. We'll let Thoughtseize resolve. They'll have to decide between Dark Ritual or Ponder. Hopefully they take Ponder, but we can use Dark Ritual potentially to beat a Disruptor Flute, so they did take Dark Ritual. Okay. Okay. Now what I was actually supposed to do, I think, was actually put Doomsday underneath Force of Will. This is going to be a little risky here. How are we going to beat Disruptor Flute? I could beat Disruptor Flute by going Brainstorm into like an LED pile with Jace. How does that work? I draw Brainstorm. I Brainstorm into Jace, LED, Street Wraith. Put back. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go Thassa on the bottom with Jace on top. Street Wraith, Lion's Eye, Diamond, Brainstorm. Pass the turn. Then I guess if they Witherbloom command me, then I might be cooked. I'm potentially cooked if they Witherbloom command me. I should beat Bowmaster. Yeah, so if they Witherbloom command me, I wanted to put Street Wraith. The pile should have been Thassa's Oracle, Street Wraith, Thassa's Oracle, Street Wraith, Jace, LED Brainstorm. Because then they mill me for 3, I draw Street Wraith, cycle to Oracle, and play it. Whereas if they mill me for 3, I gotta pass the turn again, and then if they have a second one, I'm kind of cooked. I don't like this. What have you got, opponent? Disruptor Flute. What are they going to name? Thassa or Jace? Thassa. Okay, good, good, good. I think we got this then. Do this. Let's cast Brainstorm. Back Ponder with Jace on top. Play Lion's Eye Diamond. Hold Control. Cycle Street Wraith. Rack for triple blue. Go blue. Play Jace. Jace target me. And win the game. All right. We are 3-0. Okay. Round 4. We're on the draw. We're against Silent Goat, who I believe is a stompy aficionado and a very great player at that. So we'll have to tread carefully here. This hand's a little slow to beat Stompy. I'm going to keep on the power of Force of Will, hope to draw a Brainstorm or something, and then win on turn 2. We'll see, though. We're going to have to get a little lucky here. We are in the draw, though, so that is helpful. Here's the Chrome Mox. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I actually think I let Fable go. I could be wrong about that, but... Okay, drawing Brainstorm was actually a pretty good start. Let's play Undercity Sewers. Let's bin Verdant Catacombs. Let's pass the turn. And then let's find a motherfucking Dark Ritual, shall we? All right. So we're going to be doing some discarding, some filterinos. We're going to combat. We're going to Snapfire Force on something super threatening. And we're really going to hope that we can, like, just natty draw into some, like, so Lotus Petal or Dark Ritual does it here. Caves of Chaos Adventurer. That one's too aggressive. I will force Pitch Force. I will pass. We'll draw. It is a Daze. Not quite the kind of skipper we were looking for. I think we just pass here. We'll try to Doomsday him next turn. But Blood Moon's going to cripple us here. If they can find Blood Moon or Chalice for that matter. Ideally, we're just going to get to go Bob's Your Uncle next turn, though. We can't Daze here, notably, either, and still go Bob's Your Uncle. Things get very dangerous the moment this thing comes off Summoning Sickness as well. All right, the Goat's got another Chaos Adventure, and I think they're just dead? Question mark? We're going to gain the initiative. We're going to go to our turn. Oh, we just drew Dark Ritual. Very well. Guess we'll go Dark Ritual. Doomsday. We've got Brainstorm in hand. This is going to put us to 7. We go Oracle. I mean, we can just cycle to Oracle here as well. Street Wraith, Edge. And they're like completely tapped out. So I think we can just do something like this. Okay. Underground Sea, Thassa's Oracle, Street Wraith, Edge, Cycle Wraith, cast Thassa with Daze back up. All right, there we go. Tapped out. Many ways we could put the opponent dead there, especially since we drew the Dark Ritual. But we kind of had it all. Regardless. Okay, so mono red Stompy. I want all of these. Shieldred, probably not good enough. Barrogoyfs would be good enough, so I kind of wish I had the B-Goyfs in the deck here, but alas, can't always get what you want. So let's cut Thoughtseizes. We could cut Ponder. And we could cut Cavern of Souls. The Chalice on 2's kind of annoying, but we've got Jace to play around that as well. You might think it's strange to cut Ponders in this matchup. It kind of is, but the theory is that we want our 1-mana spell to guarantee get us Doomsday, so we, in this matchup, prefer to keep Personal Tutor over Ponder. And I've done it in the past, especially on the 6 Cycler version, and so I'm going to do it again now. Could be a mistake, but we'll see. But yeah, that's my reasoning. You could cut the Personal Tutors or like the Thoughtseizes. Did I cut the Thoughtseizes? I think I did. Yeah, so you cut like a bunch of 1-drops, so you're a little bit better into Chalice. I'm gonna mulligan this one though. Yeah, so this is an example of what I'm talking about, right? If this was a ponder, we're not guaranteed to get the Doomsday. I think I'll go like this. Let's see what the goat wants to do here. We've got Fawn. Okay. So like Magus of the Moon is the card we absolutely do not want to see with this Fawn in our hand. Pitch Broadside Bombardiers. Cast Chalice. Unfortunately, I do have to answer this Chalice. The question's just then going to be whether or not this Daze is what we're wanting. I'm going to go Fawn. Pitch Consign to Memory. I'm going to hold the Daze because we can Daze a 4-drop next turn. Okay, there's Chalice on 0. Sure. Drawing basic island there. Pretty sweet. Let's go throw a DD on top of the old Decorino. Magus of the Moon with an Ancient Tomb out. Oof. That I think is going to be enough to cook us, unfortunately. Okay, we do have the island, which is nice. But we're going to have to get pretty lucky on the swamp now. We've got spectral restitchings too, so maybe like now we get to daze this, right? So that's good. That's very good for us. The Magus of the Moon plays them into daze. Another Doomsday is certainly not the skipper that we were looking for, though. Okay, they've got Fable. Sending for 2. We need something good. Let's cast Brainstorm. Okay, we'll play a Mountain. Let's pass. The Chalice on 0, Magus of the Moon, is very good at crippling our mana, too. Hexing Squelcher. That's a good one. Wow. Yeah, this one's all but lost, I think. I'm just going to pass my turn again here. We can crack into a fresh Brainstorm on the next turn, and then what we would need to win is, I don't even know that there's a combination of cards that gets us out from under this lock. Fire this Brainstorm. They're going to Pyroblast it? No way. All right. All right, do we want to make any adjustments? We're on the play now. I could have Thoughtseize to like check, but we just really want to have a fast Doomsday backed by a Force of Will, really. Is that too much to ask? Can I hit my opponent with the turn 1? Just no fear into Simian Spirit Guide Pyroblast. Wishing the goat good luck. Missing the Cabal Rituals in this matchup as well. This is the kind of match where you'd love to have a couple of Cabal Rituals in the 75. But Wakame is opting for the 4 Lotus Petal, 4 Dark Ritual start. Yeah, there's no way Shieldred carries you in this matchup, I don't think. All right, we're on the play here. Give us the goods. I mean, I'm going to keep. It's not really the goods. We would like to see something a little better than this, to be fair. But I don't know, let's see what the goat's got to offer. Chrome Mox. Pitch Hexing Squelcher. Play Magus of the Moon. Am I going to cast Consider? Am I going to cast Brainstorm? I think I'll cast Consider here. I think I'll bin Street Wraith. I'll draw Doomsday. That's pretty good. And then I'll Force of Will, pitch Brainstorm, I guess. Go to my turn. Draw Undercity Sewers. Let's play out that. See what's on top. Force of Negation. I'll put that on top, actually. Kind of don't want to, but it's nice knowing I can cycle into it. They just have like another Magus. Oh, the One Ring, huh? That's going to kind of bury us. I'm going to cycle. And then I'm actually going to Fawn pitch Restitching on the One Ring. It's just going to allow them to draw too many cards. Now we're drawing a fresh card. Maybe we can send a Doomsday here. Doesn't look like it. I'm going to Brainstorm then. Doomsday with a land on top. I'll play Polluted Delta. I'll pass the turn. It's unlikely this Daze is going to do anything, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to fetch an end step. Just going to grab another Underground Sea. I'll draw for turn. Personal Tutor, huh? Let's go Doomsday. Then, how do we want to beat the goat? We're going to need Thassa. A Thassa and Jace, maybe? Brainstorm, Lion's Eye Diamond, and Street Wraith. I'm going to go Thassa on the bottom with Jace on top. And then I'm going to go like this. We're at 8. Let's see what they've got. Urza's Saga. Is this Magus? Sundering Eruption. I'm going to pass the turn. Let's cast Brainstorm. They don't have a red source up. Let's cycle. Play Jace. Mill ourselves. And we got there. All right, we are 4-0 with another trophy match on the line here. That's quite exciting. Very cool. All right. You love to see it. Back legacy action. I'm going to take a short break, and while this round queues up, we'll be back for the trophy match. Oh, perfect timing. All right. Oh, Michael Mapson. Good luck. Have fun. I think that's who that is. You won the die roll. Would you like to play first? Absoluting Tootly. This hand's looking for a Doomsday, but it's really got no way to find it besides this Undercity Sewers. We could keep it and try to get super lucky, but this could be the kind of hand where you wait around to die. I think I'm going to mulligan. It just doesn't have a clear proactive game plan. This hand's very similar, but I think better because we have a cantrip as a means to find our Doomsday. So I'm actually going to bottom Street Wraith here. I'm going to send Underground Sea, Ponder on 1. That'll be that. Yikes. Lost my cup holder here. Street Wraith to the bottom. Oh, man. The last match. With it all on the line. Michael Mapson. Atraxa Gamer. Versus the Scuba 96. Brazen Borrower Gamer. Oh, man. Let us send the Ponder. Doomsday, anyone? I'm going to end the order Shuff. That wasn't a Doomsday. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Does Michael Mapson play lands? Something tells you they play lands, but I can't remember for sure. Mr. Mapson. Uh-oh. Floody Strand. Don't be a UB Temp gamer. I don't want to play against UB Temp. Oh no, if this is Delverino. Oh. It is... Oh. I don't know what's happening. There's a Goblin Welder. All right. What's happening? What is going on? I don't like this a single bit. I'm going to Ponderino again. I believe we shall ponder again. Oof. Oof. This ain't good. This ain't one good bit. Bit one good. It ain't one bit of good. Oh no. What are they playing? Blue Painter? Pinnacle Emissary with Goblin Welder. Sure. Mom. I quit. I can't do it anymore. All right. You know I've got a force, but you probably expect I would have forced something. Look at this beautiful interaction. All right, we're going to go Surveilling away in the end step. They're going to warp their dude away, but it's already in the bin because he's been welded. I didn't bring my welding mask. Ugh, you hate to show them we're on Doomsday here too. But we shall. Okay, let's go pedal, pedal, pass. So we can at least hardcast force. Cantrips did not come together in this one, but that makes me a little bit sad. Okay, focus up here. Turtle up, turtle up. We're taking one. We're gonna get beaten so hard by the Urza Saga too. God, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I'm taking 13 here. So I've got to draw Doomsday, I guess. Next turn, my opponent can't have like forces. And yeah, they were going to get skateboarded here. All right. If I did this math right, we could take 13 to 14 damage on this turn if they have boots. I might have done the math wrong, though. Oh, I certainly did the math wrong. I think we're just dead here. We really have no means of interacting with any of this. I guess if I realized all this could have happened, we could have Edge of Autumn'd, hoped to hit Brainstorm into the Stone Cold Nuts, but that's happening. Let's see if Mr. Mapson has a skateboard or boots. That will assuredly kill us. It's starting to feel a lot like 4-1. Boots me. Skateboard. Skateboard. Grinding up on that. Skateboard. All right, Stemmy's losing, but he's getting degenerate. He's getting goofy. He can't be contained. Kick flip that construct into my face. Oh, oh no. All right, well, we got to see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in action. Look at this. Can't be blocked. Kappa Cannoneer. I want to see it happen. I want to see it happen, Mr. Mapson. Yes. All right, on to the next one. I don't care anymore. Okay, so we want to be really, really fast. Our deck really crapped out on us there. Like, those two ponders were not very good. So how do we want to fight? I don't know how to play against this deck. We want to remain relatively turbo. I think I wanted Jace for Disruptor Flute purposes. I could see Spectral Restitching being potentially good, and then these skippers also being important. I could see Duresses because they're going to have a bunch of Force of Wills as well. Let's cut Dazes because they're like a pretty heavy mana deck. I'm going to keep all of my Cyclers, I think, to maintain as much speed as possible. Maybe I lied. We still need to cut 2 more cards so I can cut a Street Wraith. No, I don't think I want to cut Street Wraith. They're not going to challenge my mana, so maybe I can cut both of my basics. That's what I'm going to do. And one of my Street Wraiths. Let's go. Do the old Eric Ratkowski here. The old board down on your lands. Eric, I love you, brother, if you're watching. I'm just gonna cut all my lands and then blame it on someone else. I don't have much faith, but I've got a little bit. Got a little bit of faith. I'm happy with a 4-1 though. I'm totally satisfied. All right, we'll be on the play here. Let's get some goods. Oh, wow! This hand's looking for mana. Personal Tutor doesn't get us that far to mana. We've got the Doomsday. We've got Thassa's Oracle already in hand. I'm going to mulligan, though. Yeah. This one's better. This one is definitely better. I might actually bottom Force of Will here, hilariously. I'm going to bottom the Force, leaving the Cycler in hand. We're going to Thoughtseize into turn 2 Doomsday with Cycler in hand. And we're going to hope that that's enough. Hit him with the old Thoughtseize. The frick is this? Okay, we'll take Pyroblast. We'll pass. All right, we're getting weldered here. Polluted Delta. Volcanic Island. Goblin Welder. Yep. Okay. Here, we're going to draw personal tutor. Okay, so we took that. What the frick does Sewer Valiance Cam do? You may tap or untap target creature. I mean, I'm just going to send Doomsday here. And then, they drew Force. Oof. That hurts. All right, I think the trophy is actually dead. All right. All right, all right. All right, Mapson's going to be dunking on us here. That Force of Will was a crippling top deck. They didn't have it in their hand when we thought seized them. They drew Force for turn. Okay. Okay, you're saying there's a chance. Saying there's. All right. All right, we got a Pinnacle Emissary coming in. It's possible I just get beaten. Wait, where's the Emissary? The Emissary's not in. Oh, they pitched the Pinnacle Emissary? Does that mean they still have that other thing in their hand? Okay, well, let's cast Doomsday. Sorry, I'm like chatting with Mr. Maps in here. The Doomsday. So I've got Edge in hand. I'm gonna fall to 8. He's got Skateboard. I guess they play Pyroblast, so I should probably put Cavernous Souls in my pile. Should probably put another Edge of Autumn in my pile. I suppose I should Thassa's Oracle in my pile. It's just like, are they going to be able to skateboard a creature? This is the problem, right? Guess I just put Street Wraith, Street Wraith. And then I have to decide whether I want to lose to a hasty creature. And I think I'm going to lose to a hasty creature here. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We're at virtual 4. If they have, what's it called? Hull Breacher, I'm done. No. Okay. Right, they had the cam. I keep forgetting that I exited out of the cam because I thought clearly they would have pitched the cam, but they didn't. Sacrifice this artifact, draw 2 cards. I don't think they can do that. Emery. Oh my god, are they going to skateboard the... I think we're dead. I shouldn't have said I'm not playing around boots. Oh, they're opaling? Oh, never mind. I think I am dead here. So they're going to skateboard the Pinnacle. Oh, okay. They're going to try to go for a combo. All right, let's see what they're up to here. Mr. Madison apologized, said this will be a long turn, and they might not even win. They might even be able to win by just skateboarding their Pinnacle Emissary, because I'm a dumbass, but we'll let them do all this. We'll let them do all this. This is pretty cool. I'm happy to get to showcase this, because I haven't seen this particular variation of Affinity. Is this, like, what is this card from? It is a turtle card. Okay. It's a little cockroach with a camera. A little Hasselblad on a cockroach. Mapson's going off. I don't deserve this trophy, so I might just concede to Mr. Mapson here. They made a misclick, which required them to do this extra welder thing. But honestly, if they just put the skateboard on the Pinnacle Emissary and attack me for 4, they're sacking the Emissary. Like, I go to 4 and then I just can't Street Wraith through the pile. And All right, I conceded the game to Mr. Mapson. Uh, so I think that we were pretty definitively dead there. Uh, so yeah, this is 7 with haste. And then is there like a way that they can get one more? Yeah, so they can tap a land, move the skateboard over to Emery, for example, tap Emery, replay Mox Opal, which pumps the Kappa Cannoneer, and then they can use the Mox Opal, for example, to move the skateboard back onto the Kappa Cannoneer, and then attack us for 8. So even if I went the other way, where I didn't build a complete pile, or a pile that loses to Pyroblast on the removal mode, we would have died anyways to this Kappa Cannoneer. Very cool deck. I had no idea what Mr. Mapson was up to, but kudos to the sweet strategy. Good luck in the rest of your league. And that'll do it for us here. We have gone 4-1 with Doomsday. We lost to Mr. Mapson in the final round. The first game, our deck kind of just crapped out on us. The second game, I think we would have won if the first Doomsday resolved, like almost certainly. We were able to stitch together the second Doomsday, but Mapson was able to put together his combo before we were able to execute ours. So we defeated, Storm. We defeated Sneak and Show. We defeated the Epic Storm. And we defeated Mono Red Stompy. And then we lost to Artifact Affinity in the last round. So this was, I don't know, a pretty sweet Doomsday adventure with the 6-cycler Wakame version. Wakame, thank you, my dear friend, for putting in all the hard work, coming up with these sweet brews for us to try on the channel. I really appreciate it. In that case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got to enjoy me getting kick flipped on in the last round there. Alas, a trophy slips through our fingers, but I'm not upset about it in the slightest. We got another year of funding today and a 4-1 to go along with it. So thank you so much for coming along, everyone. If you enjoy the content, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, as all the men of content say. And this is the Semiotician signing out until next time. Cheers.